hurting my eyeballs right now. Oh yeah, no, I messed up. What a mess. Just like that. You can see the spots just coming right back. Do the scarecrow here. Better than what it was looking like, that's for sure. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Thought that was me, huh? Welcome to my garage. If you guys saw our last video, while we were out in Pahrump checking out wine country out there, or their wineries, I would say, you guys will know that we have a sick cat, unfortunately, that left us back at home again because she's on a pretty regimented antibiotic schedule. So we had to stay home, stay close to home. And so today we're doing a little bit of a Sunday Funday. We're gonna be testing out some camper cleaner that you guys have recommended. If you guys saw my 3-year GFC review video, that's one of the cons that I mentioned, is that because of the heat of the sun out here in Las Vegas, the camper has unfortunately been discoloring. So a couple of you guys have commented and mentioned that, you know, I should try this stuff called 303, which is essentially like a cleaner and protectant that you can spray onto the camper to help it remove that discoloration and also protect it from any further discoloration. So I actually bought some of that stuff. I bought 2 versions of it. So this is some 303 protectant, and then this is the cleaner. So we're gonna do the cleaner first. So the protectant actually prevents cracking, fading, and then it repels dirt, dust, and staining. And it's UV protectant too. So I guess people use this on boats. So along with doing some camper maintenance, some camper cleanup, we're also going to be smoking up some shotgun shells. And I've been seeing videos of this all over the internet, of things to make with your Traeger smoker or your pellet smoker. We're gonna be trying that out today, but they do require a couple hours of kind of marination before you throw it onto the smoker. So we're actually gonna get started with those first and then go test out this cleaner on the camper afterwards. So let's go make some shotgun shells. Hello. Sunday today, guys. Got the game going. I've already laid out all of our ingredients here. So if you guys don't know what shotgun shells are, they're essentially manicottis that are stuffed and then wrapped in bacon. After you get these filled, you actually have to let these sit in the fridge for a couple hours. That way it helps the shell soften up before you start smoking. So let's get this all put together first. I got to cut up some jalapenos. We got a shallot here. I'm using ground turkey, but technically you can use beef or a mixture of beef and pork. I've been seeing a lot of people do different things, but we're doing, you know, high protein, less fat. So we're doing the ground turkey. I'm going to be mixing some garlic in there. And I'm also going to be mixing in some Laughing Cow. A lot of the recipes call for cream cheese, and Laughing Cow is a good alternative to cream cheese. It's just not as calorically dense, and it gives a good creaminess to whatever you're using it with. And then we're going to be using some cheddar jack for the filling. We're going to be wrapping up the stuffed manicottis in some bacon, and then also going to be adding a little bit of Worcestershire to the sauce, or to the filling, and some Japanese barbecue sauce, which this is the best barbecue sauce here. Let's go ahead and get some jalapenos chopped up. I'm going to chop up the entire jalapeno because why not? So I'm just using a spoon, de-seeding the jalapenos here. So we're going to cut up this entire jalapeno and probably just half of the shallot, and then get everything mixed up together. I know this isn't your normal camping content that you guys are used to, but a lot of you guys have commented and mentioned that you guys are totally okay with these types of videos. Sometimes life happens. Sometimes you got a sick cat and you got to stay at home. So it is what it is. So thank you guys. I appreciate all the support. I've had a smoker now for about a year. I got the Traeger for my birthday last year, and I've been loving that thing. It has been so fun using it. I've smoked up a turkey. We've been using it for ribs. We've been using it for wings. Definitely one of my favorite things to cook with whenever I am at home. So a lot of fun. If there's anything that you guys like to smoke on your smoker, if you got one at home, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are smoking up. But we're getting this shallot all cut up here. Halloween is actually coming up, so we're going to be going over to wine country, heading out with some friends and staying at kind of a bougie tavern out there, but we're also going to be camping out over at a local state park that I didn't even know existed until I was looking at some maps. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the next video coming up. So I appreciate you guys sticking around for these kind of, different, impromptu little videos that we're doing. I'm going to use a bowl to mix all of the ingredients up. That way we can just like make sure everything is properly mixed. But if you are at camp, you can actually just throw everything into a bag right away and then just mix it inside of here because you're going to use the bag to help pipe in the filling into the manicotti. Mix in the shallots, the jalapeno, add in probably like a tablespoon of garlic, probably like half a tablespoon of garlic, so a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, probably good. Also a little bit of this Japanese barbecue, just to give it some good flavor here and some, just a little bit of binding in here. And we're gonna mix this stuff up first, so I'm just gonna get my hands in here. Next time I'll probably try like some kind of like mix of like beef and Italian sausage, because I love me some Italian sausage. Especially something like this, I feel like that would just be really good. Some barbecue rub. Throw in some of that. Alright, so now we're going to come in with some of this Laughing Cow cheese. And I think the cheese, what it does, it kind of like combines all of like the mixture and gives it a good creaminess. So I'm going to do 2 blocks of this Laughing Cow. And this is the garlic and herb Laughing Cow. Throw some of that in there, and then we're going to throw probably like half a cup of regular cheese. So, or half a cup of this shredded jack. Rio, come here. Grab that cheese. Oh, sorry. Get that cheese. Good girl, good girl. Mix everything up here. A little bit of salt and pepper. Trying to figure out the best way to get this thing in the bag. Like this. Cut a hole into this bag here. Stuff in our shells. I've actually never made manicotti before, so I'm kind of excited to use this stuff. I got a smoking rack ready to go. I'm gonna put a little bit of, actually I guess I don't really need to. I was thinking I need to oil this, but really you don't need to. So what I usually do for my smoker, I just throw the entire rack in there as is. That way you don't have to transfer individual pieces off the smoker and back on. You can just grab the entire tray. And this is actually a like smoker grill tray specifically for smokers. So you got like the little grabber so you can easily pick it up. We're gonna get our bacon opened up here as well. Put all the filling to the side and just cut a hole in here. Oh man, this bag doesn't have like a true corner on it, so it's a little bit awkward, but it should be okay. Oh yeah, no, I messed up. Messed that up. Damn. Oh, that is just not working well. Hold on. Yeah, so the bag I'm using just isn't great for this because it's got like this bottom on it, so it just is not going to work for trying to pipe in this filling. So I've got a smaller bag with a proper edge on it. So we're gonna try and use this here. Maybe. We'll see. Making such a mess. This turkey filling is just so like ridiculously like sticky. So it's just like sticking everywhere right now, which is not great. Oh, got it on my watch. Nasty. Alright, whatever. Oh my gosh. Now this hole is too big. Ugh. This is not good. Just gonna use my finger and shove it up in there. But alright. One stuffed here. Probably should just like oiled my gloves prior to doing this so it would stick less, but it's too late for that. We're in the thicket of it now. I really want to change this camera angle, but my hands are totally turkeyed up right now. Alright guys, I'm going to get the rest of these shells stuffed up and get back to you. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, got all the shells stuffed. I have 2 leftover shells, so I would say, yeah, about a pound of meat. I think if you were a little bit more strategic, you could use the entire pound of meat for all of the manicottis, but I'm making 10 right here, and now we're going to be wrapping up the bacon around all of the shells. And we're just going to go around all of the shells and try to cover as much of the shell as you can. Just like that. Alright, I'm kind of stretching out this bacon too as I roll it down, just to be able to cover more of the manicotti. There we go, just like that. So we're going to throw these in the fridge, let them sit, because it'll help the pasta shells soften up and ready for the smoker. So we're going to let this sit for probably like 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to put some barbecue seasoning on them. So I'm going to use this sugar-free rub, and I'm just going to give them a light layer here. Now we can throw these into the fridge to hang out. Alright guys, so we are back in the garage now. We're going to try out this 303 stuff. We got a couple hours before we throw the shotgun shells into the smoker. We're going to throw those in probably a little bit closer to dinner time, and I'm also going to be smoking some veggies with it. So stay tuned. I'm super stoked for these shotgun shells. They look so good. Let's go try and clean up this camper. So if you guys saw my 3-year review of the Go Fast camper, you guys will see that one of the cons that I mentioned was the discoloration on the camper itself. It's mainly over here, so you guys can kind of see like some purples. You can kind of see like it's just really discoloring, and it does not look good at all. You can see that right there. It's like a little bit purple, a little bit blue. It just does not look good. So we're gonna try out the 303 cleaner first. Get this thing open, and I'm just gonna use a yellow shop towel. It's drying pretty quick. Not the greatest. It definitely dried fast. You can see a little bit of dirt came off, but let's try it on this, like the actual aluminum up here. Yeah, that's definitely not working. That is unfortunate. I'm gonna run through it though and just use it, but you guys can definitely see that right when I start to kind of like go over it, you can see it just kind of coming back. You see like it's like kind of blue, and yeah, that kind of sucks. I do see it kind of coming off over here. So it is doing a little bit. It looks like it. You just got to go over it a couple times. because yeah, you can see the difference here between right here and right here. So you can definitely see it's doing something. So this is the cleaner on this side and the dirty side over here. So it's definitely doing something on this metal, but not this. You can see that it's still pretty blue. That is a very big contrast right there between the dirty and the clean side. So the cleaner's definitely doing something, so that's good. So I'm gonna run this cleaner all the way down the sides right here. And I also noticed that I have to run through this a couple times to get the streaks out here. So we're gonna have to put some elbow grease on. But eventually it does start to fade. See that right there? You just gotta kind of go over it quite a couple times for it to really come off. But I have to get into all of these grooves right here. Yeah, and unfortunately you can kind of see right here, see like these like little spots? These are not going away, so I don't know. I think probably what I'll end up doing is just wrapping everything, like the truck and all, eventually, just to kind of help it, you know, stay in decent shape. And yeah, I mean, you can see that. Yeah, like look at these like little circle things here. Like look at that. They're like just little spots, and I have no idea why that's happening, but this cleaner really is not doing anything for it. Like as soon as it dries, you can see the spots just coming right back. And so yeah, I don't know what these are. I don't know. I think it's just sun damage, I'm pretty sure, to the panels themselves. So I might have to look for a different solution here, which sucks. Let's try this clear coat protectant. So this stuff right here. Let's see if this, I don't know, helps a little bit. I'm a little bit, I don't know. I don't think this is really gonna do too much. I do think we could use the cleaner for other things though, so that's cool, but it just doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to restore the actual panels, you know? It does look like when I put the coat on that it is helping with those dots. I think the protectant is doing something. This is kind of like greasy. I don't know. It leaves like a, you can definitely see that it's a clear coat that it's leaving on top, which is fine. Yeah, the protectant definitely is making the metal look a lot better though, that's for sure. So both of these bottles, I believe they were $15 a piece. So each bottle, so this is about $30 of cleaning and protectant. I'll see how this stuff holds up. I'm not sure how often I need to put this on. So take a look at that. Definitely much nicer. It definitely looks like it's restored that pure black color on the camper, so that is great. So I'll keep you guys posted on how this cleaner and the protectant perform as we continue using the camper. We do, like I mentioned earlier, we do have a camping trip lined up for this weekend for Halloween, so definitely stay tuned for that. But prior to going on long trips like that, we're going to be gone for a couple days. I will be getting the truck washed, you know, cleaned out the back. I'm going to do some vacuuming and stuff like that just to get everything ready for our next adventure. So if you guys are wondering what we do prior to all these trips, that's usually what I do is I clean up the truck, get everything vacuumed just to get it refreshed and comfortable for us to pretty much be adventuring in for a couple days in a row. So I definitely think the protectant is making a big difference. You can see a little bit of a streak on the camper though, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how this lasts and how it looks throughout the week as we get some more sun around us. All right, guys, it is time to get the smoker going. Let's get things warmed up. I do that every time. All right, we're gonna warm it up to 275, and we're gonna be smoking for about 2 hours, but the last 15 minutes we're going to baste the shotgun shells with some barbecue sauce. I'm also gonna smoke some broccoli after as well. All right, we're gonna give the smoker about 15 minutes to get warmed up, and then we're gonna load up the shotgun shells.
Denver offense, no matter where they start. That's why I might have gone for it.
All right, guys, got the smoker warmed up. Let's get these in. That's why I like this smoking tray. It's got little holders on the side, so you can just grab the whole thing at once and place it in. While we wait for the shotgun shells to finish up smoking, I bought a pumpkin the other day. It was supposed to be for a pumpkin party. I totally forgot it at home, and now we have this pumpkin that we're just gonna carve today. So I got a kit from last year that I saved, so I'm just gonna do a stencil. Let's see what we got. Frankenstein, Dracula. I don't know if there's anything exciting in here. A wizard, a spider, and that's it. All right, I think I'm gonna do this. Do this scarecrow here. Let's go carve out our pumpkin first. Make our top over here. Got a clean top here now. Time to get our hands dirty. For those of you who didn't know, I'm kind of a pumpkin carving master. Just kidding. But I have been carving pumpkins probably every year since I was a kid. Pretty efficient. Clean head. Since this is a scarecrow, I think we can kind of use the top of the pumpkin to our favor using our stencil and kind of like making it make sense with our little hat here. I think this would probably look pretty good. I'll throw this on here. Alright, let's get carving. Arg. Looks more like a pirate than a scarecrow, but that's alright. You want to start separating seeds? Welcome to Sunday Funday, babe. Carly's been cleaning the bathrooms. Thanks, honey. Alright guys, we are completely carved up. We're gonna light this later on when it gets a little bit dark so you guys can see the final product. Just finished up the pumpkin. We are making cookies. We're smoking up the shotgun shells. Sunday Funday. The shotgun shells have about another 30 minutes, and then we're gonna throw in the vegetables with the smoked items, and then we're gonna go and start basting here soon. All right, guys, it is time to baste these shotgun shells. I need to make some room first. Guys, we're just gonna baste these real quick. Done basting. We're gonna put these back in for another 15 minutes. Alright guys, shotgun shells are coming out. It's been 15 minutes since we basted them. We're gonna give the veggies another 5 minutes and let these guys rest. Oh man, these look so good. Give the veggies probably another like 10 minutes, and we got some brown rice over here as our side, and we also made cookies earlier. These are like some keto cookies, and Carly's got some meal prep rolling. We got some ravioli pasta, and we got the seeds drying out here, because before you can really bake pumpkin seeds, you really got to dry them out first. I've already tried cutting into one of these, and I will say from the get-go, the sides are really not, they're still pretty crispy, so I think I might not have let these sit in the fridge for long enough to get them a little bit softened before we smoke them. I also think because I used a mixture of turkey instead of beef, there was just not as much moisture for the pasta to absorb. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting around it. I'm just kind of cutting the ends off and then eating the inside. So kind of looks like this. Here we go. Yeah, I will say it's a little dry. You definitely need that barbecue sauce on there, but the pasta didn't fully cook, and I really do think it's because I used turkey instead of beef, because beef would have a little bit more of a juiciness to it, so that would probably help the pasta cook. So I might have to try this again using beef instead, because right now using the turkey, it's okay. I don't think I would do it again with the turkey. I'd maybe do like a mixture of turkey and maybe some sausage, just something that's a little bit more like fatty, because I did get like 99.1% turkey, which is literally 1% fat. So I think that definitely played a role with how it's just a little bit dry, and the pasta just isn't all as cooked as I think I'd like it to be. You live and you learn though, you know. We're gonna plate up, have dinner here soon, guys. We got our pumpkin lit up. Gonna continue processing the seeds. So comment down below if you would try something like this. I would give this maybe like a 6 out of 10, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.